Hello everyone, and a warm welcome to this webinar. My name is Cira Marqueta, and I'll be hosting today's webinar brought to you by the Saragosa Logistics Center in Spain and Sabanci University in Turkey. During the webinar, we'll be discussing about the MIT Saragosa Master of Engineering in Logistics and Supply Chain Management at ZLC and the International MBA conducted by Sabanci University. We'll talk about application requirements, program content, job opportunities, the international experience, and also scholarships available. You will also hear about the students' experience as one of our dual degree students is joining us today. I want to let you know that we'll have a Q&A interactive session, so you can use the chat to leave your message and I'll read them at the end of the presentation. So now it's time to meet our presenters, Marta Romero, Director of International Masters at ZLC, Ekin Bassat, Program Coordinator at Sabanci University, and Maria Fernanda Barragan, the student of the Dual Degree Program. I hope everybody enjoys the webinar. Marta, Ekin, Maffer, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Cira. So let's start. So then again, thank you, Cira, for introducing us, and thank you for joining this webinar today, where we're going to talk about the dual degree that we have jointly with Sabanci University. Maffer, who is here with me today, I'm thankful that she was able to join because the students are actually very busy at this time of the year. She did not take the Sabanci University dual degree, but she took one of our dual degrees with another business school, in CAE Business School in Costa Rica. So of course her information about what it is like to do a master's program and then a specialization in supply chain is going to be very valuable to you. So if we move on to the first slide, you have here the map and you have the MIT Global Scale Network. So our programs belong to the Global Scale Network. It's a supply chain and logistics excellence network. You need to know that 20 years ago, the Center for Transportation and Logistics was created at MIT. Our center celebrated the 15th anniversary not so long ago in February, and then there were other centers that have been open across the globe. So one in Colombia, in Malaysia, and more recently in Luxembourg and in Ningbo. So overall, we have 14 educational programs. We have more than 100 academic partners for our students to work on different thesis projects. We have around 100 researchers and faculty members, and we also have 200 corporate partners. That's also to give you a bit of background of where we stand. The programs that we have jointly offered with MIT. So first of all, the ones that we're going to talk about today. So the dual degrees with the International Business School. So the possibility of having an MBA plus a supply chain program. So today we're going to talk specifically about our program with Sabanci, and Ekin will be able to provide details on the MBA program once we're done with the presentation about the supply chain management program. So the programs that we have, the International Master's program that we run. So we have launched a new program, which is the Global Supply Chain Management program that will have 5 months in Spain, 3 weeks at MIT and 4 months in Malaysia. The program that Maffer is enrolled in, which is the full-time program, is the residential program. It's our STAR program. It's been around for 15 years, and Maffer's promotion is number 16th. And then we have another option that we will mention about is the blended program. This is an online course that you can take 5 online courses and then get an accreditation, which is a MicroMaster. Then the 3 weeks at MIT and 4 months at Spain. So as you can see, all programs have in common the 3 weeks at MIT. And so the students that will be with us for the whole time will have different classmates in the spring and in the fall. The dual degree is actually offered for the residential program. So if you're considering the other options, it won't be jointly with Sabanci University. But if you're considering the dual degree, so MBA plus specialization, you should enroll in the CLOC program. To talk about more about Saragosa, so some of you will not know about the city, and Saragosa is quite a big city in Spain. It's the 5th largest city. As you can see, it's within 300 kilometers of the main 4 cities. You cannot see Valencia, but that's the 4th one. So Madrid, Barcelona, Bilbao, and Valencia. As you can see, also you can reach within 1,500 kilometers the main European cities. I'm a local, but I think that it's important that Mafer, because she's here as a student, can give you a little bit more information of what it is like to live in Zaragoza. So Mafer?
Okay, I'm really glad to be here helping the webinar. I can say that Saragossa has been a really unique experience. I am from Ecuador and live in Costa Rica, but living in Europe is something that normally we are a little bit afraid because the culture is different, but I can say that the people in Saragossa have been really kind. Like the adaptation that you got for getting inside of the city and looking for a place to live, searching places to eat is really nice. It's a really safe city. I can say that I wasn't aware that here people go out or stay till late, and in my country they really like, we are not used to be outside, but everybody told me that the city is really safe, the people is really nice, and you can possibly go to anywhere you want with the help of people even in the street. So I can say that for me, it has been a really nice experience. There are beautiful places like the Basilica of the Pilar that you can see in the picture. And also it's not that expensive as some people can think about. I can say that even where I did the MBA in Costa Rica is even a lot more expensive than what I have been able to spend in here. And I would totally recommend to come here and have this incredible experience in Saragossa. It's a nice city.
Thanks, Mafer. So if we go on, so our center is a Research and Educational Institute on Supply Chain Management. So as briefly mentioned, so in partnership with MIT, but the center was created back in 2003. It was during an event in the UK where the rector of the University of Saragossa met with Yoshi Sheffi, who is the director of the Center for Transportation and Logistics. And that's how everything actually started. So as a university, so our partners are, of course, the University of Zaragoza, which will be the degree granting institution, but also MIT. So maybe you do not know much about the University of Zaragoza, but everybody knows MIT. We will talk later because also Mafer, after they go on a break, on the Christmas break, they will go to MIT. So that's going to be something that they very much look forward to. It is definitely a hotspot for talent. So we've been ranked #1 for the past 4 years in the EduNiversal ranking. So on supply chain, our programs in the US, Malaysia, and Luxembourg, and of course Zaragoza, as we are the pioneer centers of the Scale Network. Also in the supply chain management world in Europe, and in El Mundo in Spain, for the past 9 years, we've been ranked #1. So we're very proud of all these rankings, and that it's all thanks to our faculty members and also to our students, because they are spreading the word as well, and they are also the best ambassadors of the program. And now if we talk a little bit more into detail about the program, so it is a full-time program, it's 10 months. It's very, very intensive. I think that Mafer can confirm that. Right now, so during the full term, it's very intense. We will see in detail what the curriculum looks like later. It's a small class size, usually 20 to 25 students. Our faculty members are international and is completely taught in English. For us, the diversity is very important, not only in terms of nationality, but also different backgrounds, different experiences that makes also the richness of the program. And here, if any of you are taking any of the online courses from MIT, you may have seen Chris, because he's one of the instructors. He's the executive director of CTL, and we will get to meet him in January. So I'm just going to read what he actually said. So supply chain management is the art and science of getting products from where they're made, where you, the consumer, want them to be. And here is the program structure. So when the students arrive, first or second week of August, we're going to have some team building and career workshops for them, so that everything is ready for when the companies are going to come to present the thesis projects. And we're also going to have some mathematics and finance. So team building is because once the academic year starts and there's going to be a heavy workload, so we prefer that the students get to know each other a little bit before the start of the madness. And then, so if you see on the screen, so now we are finishing the A term. So the focus here is systems and methods. There's the core courses that the students will see, and these are like the fundamentals in supply chain that the students are going to need to acquire the necessary tools, and also that they're going to be able to put into practice in their thesis project and also in their future life. The B term will be focusing on leadership and management, and that's when we go to MIT. So there's a number of activities that are planned for the students to be very, very busy as well. So we have simulation games, we have talks with senior executives from multinationals in supply chain, MIT professors, and the most important event, which is the Research Expo. It's a networking event that we will talk to you a little bit later. And there's also visits to different facilities in the Massachusetts area. We have, when we come back from MIT, so that will be the specialization, that's the C term. There's still a couple of courses which are common to everyone, but that's where we will have electives. So the electives, the students can choose a couple, that's the requirement of the program. And actually the students submitted their electives not so long ago. And then of course we will have enough time for the students to work on their thesis, and also for some of the students who are looking for employment and would like to seek opportunities in Europe, so that there is that extra time for the students to do both. And this is a picture of a couple of years ago from when we went to MIT in January. So of course, we are in December. Maffer hasn't been to MIT yet, but I'm sure that she has something that she'd like to share with you as well.
Yeah, I am really excited. You cannot imagine how different the experience of what the MIT is offering to the master itself. I think that the networking part that we are going to be able to do there is incredible. I know that last year it was more like 180 people there from all the 6 scale centers, and it's more than 42 nations. So at the end, apart from learning a lot about different cultures and the different countries, the background of all these professionals are really, really richful for us, because even we do an expo there, and we are able to learn about the experience and the projects that all the centers are being developing these months. So for me and for all, I'm sure for all my colleagues in here, it's really an experience that will be unique, because it's not like you can go to the MIT and be part of something this scalable all the days, right? So like, I'm really excited. I'm really proud of being part of this, and it's an opportunity that only the master has been able to give us. So it's really cool.
Okay, and I was mentioning, so the thesis projects and the research expo. So a very important part of our program is the experiential learning. So the students will need to submit a thesis project. So this is not something that the students can come up with. So during the year, we work with different companies. So these are real life supply chain problems that the companies are facing. So in the summer, we get the descriptions of the projects. And once the students are here, we circulate those descriptions. We have mid-September, the companies will come and present the projects to the students, and they will interview the students depending, it really depends on the company actually. Some of the companies prefer to interview some of the students for the projects. Other companies are happy with the students that we assign. So usually there is 2 students per project, and we will also assign a thesis advisor who is one of our faculty members. So once the process is done and that we proceed with the thesis matching, trying to get everybody happy. So on one side, what the company wants, and also we take into consideration the rankings from the students, so that we try to make sure that the thesis matching is aligned to what both parties want. We just let the companies and the students work from there. They have a series of deadlines and deliverables and all these things. And as you can see in the screen, so we have been partnering with different multinationals in all the different sectors since we launched this program, the Saragosa Academic Partners. So, I mean, consumer goods, chemicals, pharma, electronics, you name it. So all these kind of companies that you can see and that you can easily recognize have been our partners. And the good thing about these companies is that because they're usually very satisfied with the work that the students do, they do come back the following year with a different challenge for the students. So Mafer is going to tell you a little bit more about the project that she is working on as she was assigned. And I can tell you that she was very happy with the thesis project that she was assigned because it was top of her list.
Yeah, I can say that it was a really exciting period. Like, you cannot imagine how everyone was running around, like really trying to prepare, because you're really exposed to what is a real challenge in the area. Like, we had in here chief officers of logistics. We talked with people from Samsung. Like, you can see all the different companies that we were able to share with. So for me, it was really exciting, and I was really happy because at the end, I think that for most of us, there was a match in between what you can offer to the companies and what you can give to them and what they are gonna help you to learn about their logistics area. So for me, now that we are on the road of developing the thesis, it has been like, I am working with pharma, and it's an area that I didn't have the chance to apply before in my career. And I'm learning so much that I really think it's a real challenge for me for the later on development that I will have as a professional. It has been really, really interesting because at the end, the company is really involved in what you are developing here. And we also had the opportunity to meet the headquarters of the company, because they were the ones who wanted us to get really involved into a good development of the thesis. So for me, this part of the program is really important and is really helpful, because it actually helps you to learn about how to experience that a real part of working in this area. And I've been learning a lot. It's been a real challenge because we have a lot of deadlines, a lot of assignments, but it's worth it because you learn and you're able to give the company, and you are able to feel that you are what they were looking for the project. So here we are.
Thanks a lot, Mafer. So this is a quote from Nadia. Nadia, she was our student last year. So she came from Germany, and she's currently working for PepsiCo here in Spain. So Nadia was actually very happy that she landed a job in Barcelona. She wanted to stay in Europe. It's usually not the case. Some of our students do want to go to some of the major pharma companies around Europe, but she got what she wanted, actually. So then again, since this is her quote, I'll just read. So during the CLOG, we learn about analytical methods, supply chain concepts that we apply in practical thesis projects. This is what makes the knowledge realistic to me. That's true. I mean, it's the applicability. So, but better exercise than working on a project with a real company. And for career opportunities, so as you can see on the slides, we have alumni working almost everywhere. These are some of the companies that our students are working with at the moment. We tell to the students right at the beginning of the academic year that even though there is a person who helps them with their career development plan, with their resumes, she's actually conducting mock interviews at the moment, and we will bring in companies to recruit on campus. We like to stress that the responsibility of looking for a job is the students. We here from the center, we will help as much as we can because we have our contacts. So if students are targeting a specific company, then we will work with them towards this target. Also important to know is that some of the companies do have some restrictions in terms of nationality. So it's just a matter of targeting those companies who are willing to hire talent and not just nationality or that are more restricted in this sense. And this is the big boss who was here a couple of days ago. He was teaching in the program. He usually comes in December, right after the exams. So then again, just let me read. Today's multinational companies have operations that span the continents and are becoming more global in reach. Our scale network mirrors this structure. We are preparing students to perform in the highly demanding global environment that now defines the business world. This could be a typical profile of our students. It's not this current class, but it's more general. As you can see, the percentage male, female is not so good. We managed one year to have a 50% women, which was great. So we're encouraging women out there to apply to the program. This is not a program just for men. So your applications will be more than welcome. As you can see, so most of our students come from an engineering background, but we do have people that come from other disciplines like economics, law, business, and other disciplines. And in fact, we encourage people from all the disciplines to attend the program. The average age is around 31, but it's true that we have people on both ends. So we have recent graduates with a little work experience. Manfred is an example, as well as people with more than 15 years of experience. So there is someone who's fresh out and who has the knowledge, and there is people with 15 years of experience. So that's also richness for those who do not have so much work experience. So then again, so you see 6.5 years of experience, but we can have students with 1.5 years, 2 years of experience. We've seen students in the past who have even 25 years of experience. And the countries of origin, so if we count overall in the alumni body, it's more than 60 nationalities, and we've had 359 students graduate from this program. This will be the application, the admission requirements. So you will need to submit an application form. This is all on GradApply. You will see on the next slide. This is an application which is common to all the MIT programs. So you will need to submit all your applications materials here. But I'd like to suggest is that you submit your applications when it is complete, because otherwise we do not go every day to check whether you submitted any additional materials. So your application should be complete before you submit it officially. So the application form, there is a statement of objectives as to why you want to do this program. We will need your resume. If you do not hold an engineering degree, then we will need official GMAT GRE. And also now this year, you can, if you're enrolled in any of the online courses, you can submit SEOX scores. Of course, the English test, so TOEFL, IELTS, Cambridge certificate, whichever other certificate that you may possess. We have official transcripts and diploma, 2 letters of recommendation, and a video statement. The video statement, maybe I haven't told Maffer, but maybe she can tell you a bit more about the video, because some of the people are scared about the video statement. It's easy. You can record it. So
you have time. You record it. You can really prepare where you think it's valuable for you to enter into the master. You have specific guidelines and questions that helps you to develop it like with enough time, and you are the one who actually record it. So if you make any mistake, like we all do in videos, you can try it again the times you want, and you will be able to just upload it when you feel it's ready. But you have like the framework around it, so you just have to be clear and transparent about what you want in the master.
Thanks. Yeah, so this is the page where you will land when you see the link for the GradApply submission, and you will need to create your account, and you can start uploading all the application materials, and you can save them for later. And when you have everything ready, then you can submit the application. These are the key dates to apply for our program. So as you can see, we missed already the November 1 deadline, and we have 2 more deadlines, which are January 1st and March 1st. If you're not ready by the 3rd round deadline, don't worry. We have rolling admissions after this deadline. Important dates for sure are May 15th. If you're an international student like Manfred who needed a visa to come and study in Spain, the visa process may take long. It really depends on the country. Some of the countries it goes fast. Some of the countries it may take up to 3 months. So that's why the cutoff date is May 15th. If you're a European student that does not need a visa, then it's July 15th. I mean, last year we had one student who was from Spain and who actually applied beginning of August, and he enrolled 2 weeks later. So in that case, there is no restriction for the rolling admissions, but if you are a foreigner needing a visa, then May 15 would be the latest that you can apply. And regarding financial aid, so we have partial scholarships to full scholarship. For the dual degree specifically, we have a partial scholarship, and we also have a loan which is available and that would cover up to 70% of the tuition. Here is a list of the scholarships that are available for CELOC. So there's a good number of scholarships that you can apply for. If you're actually a student at Sabanci, you can apply for the last one. That would be available for the dual degree. If you are considering other scholarships, and because we have other people joining who are interested in either both programs, these are the scholarships that people can apply for. And we also have some fun. So being said that it's very intensive, there is also time to enjoy each other's company. The center is small, so we are like a family. The staff members, the students from the other program, we do some activities at the beginning of the academic year. There is a running team, and we like to have some social activities planned for the students as well. Mafer is actually our social representative. So she already has some ideas for the near future for things to do with the students. So you will see that you will also have time to have some fun in between classes, in between exams, during breaks, etc. So before I hand it over to Ekin, and taking the opportunity that Mafer is here, and given that she's going through both programs and she already completed her MBA, I just want her to let you guys know why should you enroll in our dual degree program, and even if she comes from a different one. So I guess that most of the courses would have been the same in your MBA, but the fact that she already has an MBA and that she gets the specialization. So please, Mafer.
Okay, I think that it's really important to know that an MBA gives you a lot of tools. An MBA is part of the business world that we all want to be part of, and you learn a lot of things in a general way. I'm really proud, I'm really happy about having the chance to finish my MBA. But I can say that I decided to come here to do the dual degree program because for me, it was a thought about getting something more specialized. Normally when you have an MBA, you learn a lot of tools, but for you, if you, in my case, I am starting and I'm going to start in a company to work because as Marta said, I have 2 years of experience. So I think that the plus that I can give to any real world company is really getting a specialization on an area. I think that this master offers you to really understand some technical parts that you just have a kind of passing through in an MBA because that's what you are meant to learn in an MBA. But if you really get into a specialization, you are able to develop some other skills. That is a plus. Like in my case, I can say that, for example, I knew and I had a lot of understanding about inventories because I learned that in the MBA. But when I came in here, I realized that there were so many other deep things that I could use as a skill and a technical part that I love. That's what I decided to come. And I also learned about other things that I had never seen in my life, like linear programming. Well, you have some ideas about that in the MBA, but for getting in here is like having a huge part of different ideas about how is the business world to really center it into a land of what you want to do and which is your starting part or your career or what you have to or you want to go forward in as a professional. So for me, it's getting that technical part, that skills of specialization, what makes it really valuable for us as being part of the MIT Skill Center. So yeah, I can totally recommend it. For me, I've learned so many things that I really think that now in how the world is changing forward data, forward that data mining, forward that kind of tools that are required will be really useful for what I want to do in my future. So
thanks a lot, Mafer. So Ekin, you want to take over now?
Yes, it sounds like a fun and also hardworking experience. And I wish you all good luck. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about Sabanci University and its MBA program. The University of Sabanci was founded in 1999, and the first program of our business school was MBA. So we started this even before the bachelor degree in the faculty. Sabanci University is one of the leading non-profit foundation in the Middle East region. We have 3 faculties in the university. One of them is engineering and natural sciences. The other one is arts and social sciences. And the last one is us, the business school part. We have a really good student faculty ratio, that is 1 to every 15 students. And the language in our instruction is completely English. So the university and its all programs are open to international students around the world. Also, we are an accredited university by AACSB. The first time we got it in 2011, and then we renewed our accreditation in 2016. Next one. So, the experience of Sabanci University offers 3 parts. Can you just forward a little bit? Yeah, go ahead with the slides, please.
Okay.
One more and one more. Yeah.
Sorry.
We have 3 kinds of experience in the MBA program. The first one is the academic experience, which is known as the hard part. We offer great technical proficiency throughout our courses that are required and also elective. We offer all business administration courses like marketing, operations management, supply management, economics, finance, accounting, and etc. Also, we offer some other electives like ethics, or maybe if you're interested in finance, we offer financial elective courses. And also we have some business simulation at the end of the program, which enables you to use every part of aspects that you have learned throughout the program. The other experience part is the hands-on experience. One of the strengths of our program is we are offering company action projects, which are known as internship in Turkey. We have contracts with the multinational firms, so we are offering internships for our students in the MBA program. Also, we are taking part in the civic involvement projects. We have some guest speakers, which are known as leaders of the market. We are inviting them to have a speech on topics that will be helping our MBA students in finding jobs or having job interviews and etc. And we also offer mentoring programs to all members of Sabanci University. The last part of the MBA program is the international experience. In the first term and second term, they are taking their courses, which are required or elective, and we offer to visit another country besides Turkey to have some more electives in there too. For example, we have some contracts over Copenhagen Business School or some universities in France, Germany, Belgium, and etc. If the student is interested in having a degree in exchange programs, they can experience that too in the summertime, but that is optional. Also, we usually have more than 30% of international students, and we offer Beta Gamma Sigma, which is a prestigious club that are only valid for AACSB accredited universities. Yeah, the next slide, please. Currently, we have 23 students in our MBA program. The average age is 24. I think it's a little bit junior class than your current class. The number of female students is close to yours. It is 43%. Our GMAT average is 560 and TOEFL average is 99. So they are all fluent in English. Most of the students are from engineering, of course. and we have some law students, some life sciences students, and also business and management students too. We usually have students from all universities, but right now current class has the major degrees from Turkey's most prestigious universities like Sabanci, Bilkent or Middle East Technical Universities, and the rest is from international universities. Next slide, please. Yeah. In summer exchange program, these are our options right now. We offer Denmark, France, Germany, and Greece. In this time of the education, they have the fun. Last year, we have a couple of students who preferred Denmark and also Germany. This year, we will be seeing it in the forward months. So next slide, please. Okay, like I told you in my previous slides, we offer some company action projects for all our students. They do their internship throughout the companies that are offering. Last year we have L'Oreal, Microsoft and Unilever as the company that they were preferred the most. Students did their internship in those companies. But in the previous years, we had some different companies too. When they finish the internship and they graduate from the MBA, they usually turn this internship as from a full-time job. So they got the job offer from the company where they do their interns usually. Next slide, please. This is the MBA placement statistics. We are in a really good place right now. So in last year's cohort, in the 3 months of their graduation, 87% of the graduates found their dream jobs. So we are really comfortable in finding jobs for them. This is one of our strengths, by the way. Next slide, please. These are the companies, most of them are multinational and others are Turkey's greatest companies. These companies prefer our students for their full-time jobs. Next slide, please. So our applications will be starting in January 2020, but what we need is that, of course, we are needing GMAT or GRE score. For Turkish students, we accept ALES2, that is an exam exactly like GMAT, but it's in Turkish. We accept all language scores like TOEFL or other international exams. We also accept Turkish Higher Education Council exams too. We need 2 reference letters, 1 CV, letter of interest, original transcripts, undergraduate diploma, a photo, and an online affidavit. Right now we haven't got the application deadlines. I mean, we didn't announce it, but in January we'll be starting announcing the deadlines. I think we will have 3 deadlines, which will be in April for the early registration, and second one will be in June, and the last one will be in July. Next one, please. This is all from us. If you're interested in Sabanci University's full-time MBA program, you can visit our website. And thank you for your interest and collaboration.
Thank you, Ekin.
Do we have any questions, by the way? Any questions? No?
Hello again. Now it's turn of the Q&A.
Yes.
We have some questions here. So let's start with the first one. What are the benefits of enrolling both programs through the dual degree option instead of taking them separately? Is there any reduction in the tuition fee or duration?
Well, on our part, you saw that we do have a specific scholarship for dual degree holders. And also, I don't know the specifics about Sabanci, but in CAE, So Maffer did not have to complete the whole of her MBA because some of the credits she's earning here.
I can say that the duration of, for example, my colleagues from Inkai had to complete, like they had to make something like a consultant part the last months. They stayed doing the program there till November in different companies. So the fact that we decided to come to dual degree made us get like not having to do that because the thesis in here will complement that area. So while our companies were still doing that, we started our program here, and the credits of some of the subjects that we didn't have there were considered from the ones in here because at the end had a lot of relation. So at the end, I spent 10 months there, and then I'm spending here 10 months too. So it reduced the time. It's mostly two masters, in 2 years, practically. And it was really nice. That's why I graduated in November, and I had to travel there during this master. It was really nice.
Okay, thank you. Ekin, do you want to say something about this?
For our program, I can tell that it takes 10 months in here too. After they complete their 10 months, they can apply for your university. If they are looking for scholarship, we also offer scholarship, mostly for international students, also for both Turkish students too, by the way.
Okay, and I will just need to add, because we do have like very similar admission requirements. Yeah. We can share the application materials among between the two institutions so that you don't have to complete two separate application forms.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, sounds great. And what is the tuition fee of each program?
Okay, so for the CELOC program is 24,300 euros.
For Sabanci University MBA program, it takes $15,000 US.
Okay, thank you. When does the next intake start?
So here there is only one promotion per year, so the program always starts mid-August.
In here, we only start in September, but we have the last deadline in July. So I recommend candidates to apply within July or June, because sometimes we run out of scholarship in July. So it is better to apply in June latest.
Okay, thank you very much. What are the living expenses for students? Is there any support to find also a place to live in Spain or Turkey?
Okay, so here in the program, we have a person that is fully dedicated to helping the students through their regular lives here in Zaragoza. So helping them at the beginning with looking for accommodation. She would take them to the foreign police office to exchange the visa towards a student card. She would go with the students to the hospitals when needed, and she's like the mother of our students. About living expenses, Maffer can tell you a bit more of what it is like to live here and how much she spends per month between accommodation and utilities.
Okay, I think that is really nice, like the guidelines that they give us so much help about it. I was really worried about where to live because it was the first time I came another country to live by myself. And I can say that there is a lot of support because in here in ZLC they provide you different lists of the places, like Clara is the one who helps us, and she provides us a list of the different houses that had been host of students in the previous programs. So it was really nice and it was really easy for us. Actually, I'm living in a house, in an apartment that was from one of the families who normally receive people from the ZLC. And it has been really nice because they are really aware of how it functions for us, and they are really nice about the different data schedules that we manage. And here now that we are leaving to the MIT for a month, they are aware of that and are having really conscious about how to manage the timing of payments. I can say that for it depends a lot the amount that you're gonna pay depending on the accommodation, but the range of how much you spend is really cheap in comparison. I can say that For me, it was really nice because as I came with a friend from the MBA, we were able to like arrange between the two of us and try to find a real good place. And normally there is a range for paying. We are paying a department for us two by ourselves that costs us 680 euros approximately. The department, and it's a really, really good placement. Like we are like just near one of the main roads. That's what I am saying. Like ZLC got a lot of contacts for placing you in the correct places. And I know that most of my friends in the class also are living in places, departments that are contacts of people who are not in here in the ZLC and are having a really, really good experience because the departments are well communicated. You are near of every place, like you are one street, one block away from the tram. And I know also that there are other friends that didn't apply for a department, but they applied for a room. That is also something that you can do if you're coming by yourself and you feel comfortable with. And they are paying around, I think, 150 and 350. Like it's mostly comparable depending on the area. As far as you're from the center, it gets cheaper. But I can say that any place that you decide to live in here is actually cheaper than some other places and are really, and has communication and is really safe too.
Yeah, and if I may add, so it should be an average of 600 euros between accommodation and utilities. Mm-hmm. That will also depend also on your living expenses and how you want to spend your money. But as Mafer said, it's quite cheap compared to other Spanish cities and European cities. Yeah. So that should be the budget that you would expect to have for living expenses.
Thank you very much. And Ekin?
In here, we offer dorm for the international students if they apply to. When they get the dorms, it is for free. They don't have to pay for accommodation. They can stay at the campus. If they are staying at the campus, I think other costs will, I don't know, it won't be too much because only food will cost them and some maybe shuttle costs. And I don't think it will exceed $400 in a month or like 300 euros in a month. So if they don't prefer to stay at the dorms, they can rent house around the campus. When it is compared to Europe, I think Turkey is a cheaper country. You can find really, really good home around 250 euros or something.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. Thank you. So last question, what is the GMAT score required?
Okay, so the minimum required for CELOG is 640.
The minimum score for our program is 500 for GMAT and 153 for GRE.
Okay, thank you. Well, these are all the questions for today. So thank you very much to the presenters for this interesting webinar. We hope it has solved any doubt you may have about the dual degree programs between Saragosa Logistics Center and Sabanci University. And for further questions, you can contact directly to the program directors. I guess that we have here in this slide the contact details, such as the email and the Skype and the phone number. And last but not least, thank you to all participants for joining us today. So have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.